Okay, hi, I'm Barb Murphy. About sailing, on one occasion Rob bought a boat, the boat he's got now, in Adelaide, and we sailed it back, 6 of us, 5 blokes and me, sailed it back to Hobart. And we had interesting time. We were all a bit squeamy on the first night, and then we tracked down the South Australian coast and Victorian coast. And then we were heading towards Tassie, and the debate was, do we go west coast or east coast? And it was depending on weather. And we were all hoping that it would be west coast, because I think we'd all done the east coast, Rob, hadn't we? Yep. So there was a lot of desire to go on the west coast, and the weather was okay, so we headed down the west coast, and we were angling in, and we were coming in towards Macquarie Heads. And this comment earlier about LandFall, it was exquisite. The LandFall coming in, it was a still morning, the sky was pink, the water was like salmon pink, and there were these mountains. It was so beautiful, wasn't it? It just, anyway, we came in, and then in through the Heads, Hell's Gates, and then we went up the Gordon River, and we had a swim off the boat, and then I saw a tiger snake swimming across the river. And the mountains didn't look nearly as good, I think. It was interesting, but it was nothing like this LandFall. And I don't know how much was pleasure at being on land and how much was just... Do you remember that morning? You woke everyone up?
Spectacular. We've been at sea for about 3 days, so you get used to being at sea. But then we were approaching in the dark, but just on the very first light, before sunrise, you could then make out the mountains, and then the colours started appearing. It was just, absolutely, as you said, absolutely exquisite.
So LandFall at Newcastle was a bit ordinary. It was interesting. It was good being back on land, seeing land, and it was interesting.
This is at the end of a 6-day passage from New Caledonia. After 6 days is exciting, but that was pretty ordinary.
Oh, land was sort of a bit of a debate about which customs area we were going to, but then coming down the coast, there was no landfall again. We weren't in sight of land all the time, but we were close enough to look for it. But so, and then seeing Tassie was just lovely because it was home. So it was great. I can't think of anything else.